Hi everyone, this is Balazs from RacingBrick. It's been a while since we first saw the LEGO Speed Champions Formula 1 lineup. The official collaboration and sets were announced last November in Las Vegas, where you could already see them assembled, but today I can finally build them myself. And we won't stop at the Speed Champions sets, of course. There really are many Formula 1 sets waiting to be built and compared, not just from LEGO as you can see. So if you enjoy content about Formula 1 sets, don't forget to like this video and especially subscribe to this channel and also my second channel link below. You can also see the first review there. I was thinking a lot about the video format for this lineup. There are 10 sets for 10 teams, and some people said they all look the same, so it was perfectly fine to only review one, but I respectfully disagree. But posting 10 videos would be overkill, so I decided to do 3 building review videos with the 10 sets, and then one summary and comparison. I asked you guys for your suggestions about the order and decided on the 2024 constructor ranking. This means that today we will take a closer look at these sets: the 77251 McLaren F1 Team MCL38, the 77242 Ferrari SF24 and the 77243 Oracle Red Bull Racing RB20. An interesting difference to the previous Speed Champions boxes: the height and width is the same, but the new ones are much thinner. So here are all 3 boxes. You can see the front. The designs are very similar, dominated by the car itself. The back view also follows the same pattern: a rear view of the LEGO car, a photo of the real one, the helmet and the top view. Let's open them. All sets cost €27 or dollars and are officially available from the 1st of March, but I've seen that they can already be found in various retail stores. Okay, we have plastic bags, which is pretty interesting since we already had mostly paper bags in the second half of last year. And there are a lot of bags in there, quite unusual. So each set contains 6 bags, the manual, a sticker sheet and a car base. These are probably the smallest individually numbered bags I've ever seen in a Speed Champions set. This time we have an extra page in the instructions. Apparently we get some information for each car, but 4 meters per sec, I need some proof about that, LEGO. Since we have the manuals here, let's see a little comparison between the first few steps, just to see how similar they are. Well, looking at the first 10 or so steps, I don't really see many similarities, but let's start building. The first is the McLaren. This is what the base looks like so far. There are some interesting parts. I'm curious to see if the shiny blue 1x1 pieces will be used in a visible place as well. Things are suddenly getting more exciting, as we have 2 rather unique ways of attaching parts upside down. I really like that. The shiny 1x1s are hidden under the blue brackets, were they really just added to support them? The first stickered piece was added in a quite unique position. This is the setup after the first 2 bags. I'm still not a fan of the tiny stickers. The third and fourth bags need to be opened together, just like the first 2. The steering wheel is in place and we extend the chassis forward. This is a quite tricky little assembly, squeezing in lots of different connection types. Now we can see where it's going. Another unusual setup for the rear axle, using Technic pieces and clear neck brackets. After so many stickers, here are the first 2 printed elements of the set. This technique may be familiar from previous Speed Champions sets, but it's still cool. These wedges are clipped in place and hold the minifigure's key part between them. Here's the base of the rear wing, which also stabilizes the parts hanging from the neck brackets at the bottom. We attach the top with clips as well, and then comes this part. I think it's new, 2x6, with a nice curvature on the top. It gets 2 stickers and goes here. The last 2 bags are also opened together. First we add the printed light on the rear. Then comes the construction of the nose cone. I don't think we will see that many differences between the models in this area. This is a brand new part for this season, the front suspension along with the wheel deflector. This will hold the wheel here. We need a sticker of course, and this is how it is mounted. We still have spoons as rear view mirrors. The halo hasn't changed much either, maybe a little bit with this part being fitted to the front. And finally, the wheels. The same hard dual molded style as last year, similar prints, but now we have 2 sizes for front and rear, hooray! And of course the printed wheel covers. Oops, apparently the rear rims are so deep they need an extra 1x1 under the wheel cover. Now we are done. The next one to be built is the Ferrari. Here is the base so far. The structure and parts used are quite different. So here's something unexpected on an F1 car, namely classic city car doors. They will serve a different purpose here, of course. You will have to wait a bit to see what exactly. We have the first stickered and the first printed elements in place as well. This is the build after the first two bags, very different to the McLaren so far. I thought the black cross axle would hold the rear wheels, but apparently I was wrong. The assembly with the clear neck bracket is the same, but that's all. Familiar printed pieces, but in a different position. Another tricky solution for floor piece mounting with a neck bracket. The unprinted part goes here, the one with the printed edge goes there. I have the feeling that this set has more printed pieces, even if we combine it with stickers here. The side pod gets the angle with a hinge this time. The same parts are attached to the other side, time to open the last bags. Different parts for the engine cover, there is no fin for the Ferrari. I never thought I would see a Bang & Olufsen sticker in a LEGO set, but here it is. The assembly of the rear wing is familiar from the first build. As I expected, the nose cone and front wing have the same build as in the previous set, although the cheese slope at the tip is printed this time. The floor fences and inlets have a more stable connection on this car. The mirrors and halo are the same, but here's something super crazy. This funky assembly with the camera mount just slides in here, with no attachment points, and I have to close the two doors to keep everything in place. The rest is pretty much the same, another one is finished. Now let's see the Red Bull car. Surprising start with this 1x8 plate attached there. The rear axle support is somewhat similar to the Ferrari, although this part is different. The axles with the clear neck brackets are the usual ones. Then we add the first sticker pieces. This is the structure of the floor, and this is the build after the first two bags. An interesting little detail, the sticker on this part follows the curvature of the piece in front of it. This piece was used in the 2024 F1 sets, I see it here for the first time. The engine cover uses the same pieces and structure as the McLaren, but the parts are printed in this one. The studs on the modified brick are not connected to anything, they just support the assembly on the tile below. Apparently the designers also tried to play with the build order, the mirrors and halo are added earlier this time. The rear wing is pretty much the same, apart from these pieces here. It looks a bit odd, but it's very similar to the real one. The only new addition to the front wing is this tiny printed sponsor logo, which is a bit tricky to position properly. Mounting the wheels and we are finished. Now it's time to take a look at the drivers. First of all, a brand new helmet design, dual molded, the visor is fixed. Each driver also gets a hairpiece. As for the prints, they are unfortunately quite basic, only the torso is printed, nothing on the legs or the arms. And they are of course not personalized, just like the cars. We get no indication of the real drivers or their numbers in the 2024 season. So here are all three cars side by side. I think they look pretty good. Some areas are very similar as we could see during the build, such as the front section altogether, the main parts of the rear wing, but the designers have tried to customize the rest as much as possible. Some details are spot on, like the triangular air intake on the Ferrari, the fins on the other two cars, and the shaping of the side pods looks pretty good too. There are obvious limitations at this scale, but given the build experience, I think they've been quite different so far. So those were the first 3 Speed Champions Formula 1 cars. My video on the next batch will follow soon, and once all the build details are known, I will do a summary and comparison too. Please share your thoughts folks, what do you think about the build so far, the new parts, is there anything missing? Let's talk about it in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video then please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe with notifications because there will be more exciting LEGO videos coming soon. See you next time, bye bye.